customer asks us just a rough estimation, we can do that based on previous projects. For example, if customer need to make some block on a block, and customer tell me, well, just a few moments ago, some sales guy told me that need a time estimation as some kind of swap for next Monday. And I will do to verify what kind of parts I have been made before, what is the price of the machine, options, features, engineering labor, and we can provide that. Mr. Customer, is that enough for you? Okay, it's good. So you can make an estimation. But if necessary to go deeper, we can move forward.
That's done through Mason.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very
Like
similar.
separation. Yes. Yes. The final proposal is made by Mason. And some applications engineer or myself once we have the proposal, the final proposal, we go to visit customer and make the final presentation. Okay, this is one of the challenge that we have now in Mexico. Many hits in the machine. It's an A61 Pro 6. The Z-axis move 25 millimeters. We don't know what happened. Still, we don't know exactly what happened. But we assume that the operator is not really trained.
We had this same problem like this. Random, Pro 6, not new software, a little bit older, and it would randomly position and dive through the part.
Along
Wow.
Z-axis?
Z-axis. And it turned out to be a heat issue.
Wow.
It was too hot.
Heat issues.
It was too hot.
Customer
that's in
mentioned
Monterey.
that the environment would be the issue.
That's what ours was.
And we don't believe that.
No.
But-
So, I
You
know.
don't believe it's hot? You don't
Yeah.
believe it's hot there, or?
No, the environment, not we.
So yeah, their machine, they had it close, it was indoors and it was close to a, they did like aluminum casting, maybe 50 feet, 60 feet away. And it was in a different room, but the heat would come. And we found out it would only happen on hot days. So like 40 Celsius because of everything, all the heat. It would get too hot and it would mess with the motor or the encoder. I can't remember what it was. I can find out for you. But it would do this. It would crash. And it was doing it sometimes once a day.
But doing this in the same.
2 or 3 times per day.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
In the same area of the program, you know, it's the same program.
No, it would be
Re-
random.
Ah,
What
the
did you do?
difference.
Changing the software?
Hmm?
Changing the software?
We did the software, but if you look, the customer, I can look it up, because I was involved in it until we found out it was a engineering issue,
Okay.
and then service took over. But the customer is called Procast. They're in
Broadcast?
Procast, Procast. If you look on metrics or anything like that,
Yeah, I can check it.
it'll explain
It
what
was
they
an
did.
A61?
It was an A61, yeah.
How did you figure that out?
Pro
It
6
took
contract.
a lot of time. I didn't figure it out. One of our field service guys figured it out with Japan, I think it was, because no one could figure it out. And they were going back with servo data and doing all kinds of stuff, getting all kinds of information on machines, and it turned out to be too hot.
G50.
Wow. Okay. We thought that putting some air conditioner, we can reduce that.
That was one of the suggestions, was to use a fan. Just cool it.
Perfect.
Anyway, you can.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
Thank
For
you.
your apportation.
Okay, thank
Thank you.
Yes, we appreciate that.
Three?
It's the same program. pretty much.
Ian, you mentioned it was older software, did
It
the
was,
software take care of it?
so it was older software. We tried all kinds of things. We thought it was random mode that was maybe doing it. Then we thought it was we upgraded the software several times. We lost actually a ton on this because the customer was like a 5-hour flight away. So we were there back and forth trying to fix it. And we did think it was software, but even with the newest software, it still did it. And it turned out, yeah, it's some kind of engineering issue with heat.
Even with new software.
Yeah. And now, I don't know, this was resolved, maybe 8 months ago. So I don't know if now there's software out that corrects it. At the time, there wasn't. It was like mechanically, it was just too hot.
So services solution was to just recommend to cool it down?
Yeah, well, their first recommendation, I believe, was slow it down. Like, slow the machine down.
Slow it down.
Slow it down.
Slow it down, which obviously did not go over well. Yeah, yeah.
Stop the
It was good
production.
yeah. So, then it came the fan. I'll look, while you're doing the rest, I'll look up some emails, that I can find for you. Try and find
A
it.
format.
Thank you. Well, we have this challenge.